Elara traced a finger over the intricate gears of an antique pocket watch, its hands frozen at an impossible hour. Dust motes danced in the single shaft of sunlight, cutting through the cluttered chaos of timeless treasures. The dusty antiquarian shop she inherited from her eccentric grandfather, Silas. He had vanished 3 months ago, leaving behind only riddles and a strange, recurring hum that seemed to emanate from the shop's deepest shadows. "Another dead end," she muttered, sighing. The shop was filled with countless clocks, each with its own story, but none offered a clue to Silas's disappearance or the bizarre time anomalies that had begun plaguing the city. Moments where people would inexplicably lose seconds, or entire hours would repeat. Then, behind a forgotten grandfather clock, she found it. Not a note, but a hidden compartment, humming with a soft, pulsing light. Inside lay a compass, unlike any she'd ever seen. Its needle spun wildly, not pointing north, but oscillating between now and then. It was crafted from polished brass and aged wood, with tiny, almost invisible glyphs etched into its surface that seemed to shift in the ambient light. This was no ordinary antique. This was a key. As Elara touched the compass, a ripple of shimmering air distorted the dust motes around her. The shop, moments ago silent save for the irregular tick-tock of scattered clocks, began to whisper. Voices, faint and ancient, seemed to emanate from the very walls, snippets of conversations from forgotten eras. A woman's laugh, a blacksmith's hammer, a merchant's cry, all played out of sync, swirling around her. The compass glowed brighter, its needle now pointing decidedly towards then. A sudden chill swept through the room, raising goosebumps on Elara's arms. She looked around, feeling an uncanny sense of presence. The air thickened, and for a fleeting second, the outlines of old furniture seemed to shimmer, as if superimposed with their past selves. This wasn't just a compass. It was a window, or perhaps a doorway. Silas hadn't just disappeared. He had stepped through time. And the city's temporal glitches? They weren't malfunctions. They were echoes, reverberations from whatever disruption Silas had caused. The compass hummed insistently in her hand, urging her forward, promising answers beyond the veil of time. Elara didn't just step through a door, she fell through a heartbeat. She lands in the Grand Archive, a space where the ceiling is the night sky and the shelves are miles high, carved from living white oak. Every book here isn't written in ink, but in light. As she walks, the books pulse with the heartbeats of the people they represent. But there is a rot here. A creeping, oily shadow, the silence, is eating the shelves. Where the shadow touches, the books turn to gray dust, and in the real world, those people and their legacies are being erased from memory. A figure emerges from the ink. It is the eraser, a tall, faceless entity draped in tattered parchment. It doesn't speak. It sounds like the tearing of paper. Elara realizes this creature is what took her grandfather. She finds Silas, but he isn't a prisoner. He is part of the architecture. He has used his own life force to create a barrier of time glass to protect the final shelf. The origin records. If those go, the world never existed in the first place. Elara must use the Chronos compass not to travel, but to rewrite. The compass opens like a lotus flower. Elara realizes the needle isn't pointing to a time, but to a choice. She has to bleed her own memories into the compass to power it. She sees her childhood, her grandfather's face, and the smell of the shop. As she pours her essence into the device, a massive wave of blue kinetic energy explodes from the compass. It acts like a cosmic undo button. The ink creature dissolves into poetry. The library restores itself in a rush of wind and light, and the silence is pushed back into the void. Elara wakes up back in timeless treasures. The shop is clean, the clocks are all ticking in perfect unison, and the sun is shining. Silas is there, sitting in his armchair, reading a paper as if he never left. But when Elara goes to speak to him, she looks in the mirror. Her hair has turned snow white, and the compass on the table is now fused shut, turned into solid diamond. She saved the world's history, but she has become the new archivist. She is no longer just a girl in a shop. She is the guardian of every second that has ever passed.